down for a lesson for another hour.
Okay. Well, this is a 2-hour lesson anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 hours is just right. 1 hour is never enough. I don't even do 1 hour with kids. I'll do like 90 minutes with 6-year-olds. So, yeah. Do exactly this. Like, even just like do this. Allow that to just, like, it'll go away, but not if my index is there, keeping the back of it from going. Just, and like pinch it here. And just send it forward, but then do nothing actively to bring it back. Like, just keep your hand down, and then it comes back up. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Now, just segue into, okay, now actually do this and now hold a fulcrum. Hold a proper fulcrum with your thumb on there and pinch into the whole 9 yards. Yeah, get your thumb on there, pinch like hell, like it's a hammer. And now, so from here, but now go down and allow it to just come back up. It's not gonna come all the way back up here, but it's wanting to go on its own. And so the segue to dribbling that. Finger only. Don't let your thumb roll off. Yeah, hold that there. Now just think, close your hand, like close your, like you're getting ready for a punch. Like you just close that. And then you're lifting the back of the stick up, therefore the front of the stick down. Okay, work on that. Let's actually just screw around with middle finger lifting. Just think about closing that hand. Now ring finger. Now pinky finger. And make sure you still got a good fulcrum when you do the pinky. Okay, so that's something to work on. And really making sure each one with each finger is truly a dribble, not a mechanical, look, Mom, I'm dribbling. So you understand, and then the reason why these sticks are designed this way is because like there's a groove there, and my thumb fits into it, and there's a belly and a white belly, and I put white underneath because that's easier to see because this is already in shadow. I'm being lit from the top within any environment, and so the white, once it hits the light, really pops, as opposed to if my vision is already kind of blown out with the white, my eyes are just the white, and then I turn, I may not see black. It's not going to be as catchy. So white it is.
Use those?
Yeah.
Sorry, easier.
Those don't bounce as well as those. Those are really slow sticks. There's a thing called fast sticks and slow sticks. These are like Bruce Lee fast sticks. Those are just kind of lumbersome because the fibers of the wood aren't as tight. That this is hickory, that's oak. It's just a different thing. It's not as resilient. So this is bouncing like super duper fast. So I wanted you to learn like the fulcrum stuff and the dribbly stuff with a fighting chance to actually dribble. You feel how it's like do this thing, and do it with that now. Like notice how much slower and lethargic it is coming back up.
This is the left one. Yeah.
Oh. There you go. Good observation. Do this thing. Like, almost doesn't even want to come back all the way up. It almost barely even gets there.
Yeah.
And now juxtapose it with the Jet Li. You know, boom, boom, it's going up just as fast as it's going down.
Yeah.
So, fast sticks, slow sticks. And when you choose a pair of sticks, I already made a video on how to choose sticks, but basically you just want the highest pitched ones of the bunch. Like, oh, I want this stick out of all the bundles. And you pull that bundle and you go through, you keep the sleeves together because, you know, it's just easier that way. And you just find the highest pitched and making sure that they're damn well pitched the same. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, ba, ba, ba. This one's actually a little bit different. I think it has to do with this rubber. Oh, well, these don't have the same amount of rubber. That's why. Okay. Oh, one fell off apparently. Okay. These are really slow sticks, but you know they're not meant to be fast. Ba, ba, ba. There's like two ba 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 ba, but there's two distinguishable pitches in there, but they both share the same. So those are pitched. And these, I just bought these the other day.
Oh, yeah.
These are really nice and high. These are crisp.
Yeah.
So, and if I'm doing this, watch. Okay, there is a difference here. Let me mute this. I'll let go so you can really hear the stick resonating.
Yeah.
Two different pitch sticks, and so when I'm on something that's not as resonant, like a drum pad, which is just totally dead, like oh, it's maddening. I hate it. I just want to do, you know, I want those. I want the diddles to have. I want this to have a fighting chance at actually sounding like a machine gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so practice the dribble thing. Get like, you're really close. You're like fathoms beyond the typical beginner, which is why I was excited to express all this to you. So, why was I talking about fast sticks, slow sticks? Because we were doing this. Oh yeah. So bouncing, and if you go to the store, in fact, I bought these from Starving Musician.
Oh, okay.
I took the best pair, so neener. But maybe they'll get a new shipment in.
Yeah.
I've played with all of the sticks, and these Ralph Hardimans. And now I may be biased because I started with these. These were my high school sticks. So it's possible that I acclimated to that and just, you know, it's my first love and like, oh, I'll always remember my first girlfriend kind of thing. But
There's a sense of
but
comfort.
but thinking objectively about it, they're just a fucking good stick. So if you wanted to give yourself a fighting chance at like doing the dribble thing, like as opposed to these slow sticks,
Yeah.
like go get a pair of these badasses, the only white ones there that are big, the smaller ones of these, you know, these big ones. these bounce super duper well, especially since I picked a really good pair too, really, really high pitched sticks that match, that roll straight. You know, we're looking for a wobble too. You want to roll them too when you're at the store. Just go straight into all 4 fingers. Make that a pad. Yeah, now see, this is what you're doing. Watch what's happening. This is what's happening. Like your fingers are coming off the stick. My fingers never leave the stick the whole time. Okay. They're just there on it. They're never going to leave. Although that is something to practice, like deliberately taking it off. But you want them on. Yeah, you're opening your hand too much. It's really just this.
This quarter. In fact, let's get into the comfortability of that by now just advancing straight to now the wrists. So we're starting with these finicky finger things and jelly sticks. Oh yeah, these have died. They're still crazy fast sticks, but ba-ba, ba-ba, and ba-ba is a whole step. 1, 2. In the music world, that's a large distance. So, ba-ba. Oh, whew, these are light. These are crisp. And they probably were that high when I originally got them, but I just, smacked the Jesus out of them. And the fibers of the wood have gotten a little looser. So, just like if we took a totally dead branch and slammed it against the base of the tree, it's going to obliterate. It's like to be tone. It's just going to crack. Yeah.
Okay, so we have the finger diddy thing, and we have the and then we have the wrist. So fingers, now the wrist. So now just do basically a death grip on this thing. This isn't going to feel good, as it shouldn't, but now just do this. And without letting go, rotate your wrist and hit that thing. Now, we never do this. It's always a combination of fingers plus wrist. It's never going to be just this. It's going to be this, where my hand, where these fingers hinge. These fingers hinge open. Opening the fingers. It might make it easier to focus on, like, oh, I'm actually rotating this thing. I'm flexing this tendon and these muscles and and I can feel it all the way up here into my arm. So when we play it, just do big strokes with me. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now keep your pinky on it. Keep your pinky on it, and don't let your fingers go the whole time. And now you have both. We have wrists, and this is hinging. Put the quarter under your pinky. This is gonna be fucked. I'll do it too.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, it's.
It wants to slide.
Yeah, it's. I need to just invent something better.
Like a
Oh, you
pinky
know what I
hole.
can do? I could just have loops, and you just like stick it in like it's a glove.
Yeah.
That's
Or
the
a
way.
hold, yeah.
That's the way to do it. But the coins is quick and dirty,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more embarrassing for the student. Like, there's this shame element if you drop it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's gonna kill me.
Hang on to that too. And you can rubber band this.
Does it hand hold?
Yeah, you can just stick your rubber band around it instead of a coin, and then it like then you can't open your hand if you try.
Right.
Thing. Now just get rid of all the coins, and now just do what feels good, and you'll know it'll feel good because you're truly dribbling it.
Yeah.
And
It's a good drill.
send this in there so fast and free that it comes back up on its own. There's no lifting here with these fast sticks on this perky surface. If we were dribbling on pillows, then that's completely different, but this is not a pillow.
No.
I mean, we could just hit the ground, but yeah, that looks pretty good actually. Yeah, your fingers are on the stick. Ah! Don't let go. Keep your fingers. So this is what you're thinking. You're thinking that your hand is closed, but just gently, and that this just opens the hand. Like the fingers have a pressure down kind of always, but the stick is flying that it just takes the fingers with it. So the default is this. So try that. Like grab onto this, but then yank back, and then it causes your fingers to fly forward. Like your default is a closed hand. So send that stick down so fast and free that it comes back up and forces your fingers out with it.
Got it. Okay.
Keep your fingers. It's not that you're thinking keep your fingers on the stick. It's just like keep your hand closed, and then the stick will open it inadvertently. That's not entirely true, but I'm trying to get you to think about this differently. I'm experimenting. See? Okay, watch. This is what you're doing. Like, your fingers are coming off, like it's going off on, like it's leaving the stick. Just keep it with it. In fact, just do this in the air. Point straight up, and then just do that, and then send this back fast enough to where it's just taking the fingers with it. So I am mechanically opening and closing my hand. It's not like I have a default, and like that's not entirely true, but you see where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
So just keep. Ooh, I know. Go back like this. So now, and then go all the way down. So now there's a lot of weight that really truly is holding the hand open. And now just close your hand. Open, close, and keep your pinky on it. So to open it just enough to where you still have your pinky as opposed to letting it all the way go.
Okay.
So, and then just close the hand. Yes. And see how the stick is with the fingers the whole time?
Yeah.
Fingers are with the stick's with the fingers. I wonder which is true, more true. Oh no, my windscreen has been off this whole time.
Hopefully that doesn't fuck with the audio.
No, not feeling this enough. Our sound waves cut straight through that sock.
Okay.
Just like you see some like Hollywood microphones with the big and fuzzy.
Yeah. Oh, I meant the wind.
Oh.
For
No.
the past 18 minutes.
There'll probably be like a here and there, which is obnoxious, but oh well. Okay. What were we talking about?
We were talking about.
Oh yeah, this.
Pinky.
In fact, do this and have the tips like hook, like interlinked with each other. And now lift that thing like it's a dumbbell. Like it's an exercise machine. That's really weird for your fingers.
and then you can
Okay.
jiggle that. Make sure your thumb is on the stick. Like really on the stick. Curl it back. There you go. So I'm just keeping this tension here. I'm just actively pushing down. And don't let the sticks slide. Like really interlock those tips. Yeah. And put more pressure down with your left hand. Yeah. Oh, I've never done this before. This is good.
Yeah.
Every time I teach, I come up with a new technique. I've never in my life have I ever thought to do even this. But now, because I have a smart student in front of me, I'm being stimulated to think of. I'm just trying to cut to this chase as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, just different pathways. Oh, I guess you could just do that with your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We could even come to more of a plane position and just hold that down and then just close the hand over the back of it. Still the same thing. That's
like
we
a
went
lever.
from this crazy awkwardness to just this. It's the same exact thing. It's so much better. See? The process evolves.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's a really good workout.
Still
Yeah.
feel like the same.
Yeah, because there's not enough speed, there's not enough to have there be pressure and speed back here to just have your fingers just have something to go with and to stop. Like I'm catching a ball, like I'm catching like Babe Ruth hits one, and I don't have my fucking glove because I left it at home. You know, I've left it in the Model T out in the parking lot, and I got to catch it with my bare hand. I'm not gonna just catch it, bam. I'm gonna go, whew, and try to just slow it down really fast.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here. You're just because this is going up so fast. It's just I gotta slow that down. I gotta stay with it. So I meet the ball, but then I stay with the ball.
Yeah.
Stay with the stick. And so now, what you can practice is those separate fingers where you're definitely dribbling. And then pinkies. And then you can do 2 digits, you can do 3, you can do this. You can just completely obliterate your fulcrum and just practice those. In fact, oh shit, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
Watch. Okay, this is okay. Do this. At the fulcrum.
Okay.
There you go. And try to hold it still, and really just dribble that thing. Put your fingers down your hand and connect it to your wrist, so your wrist really isn't moving.
Okay.
Dribble that thing. Yes, that's a dribble. I never in my life have I thought to do this. This is good.
Yeah, this is working.
You're good. Now, okay. Now with, let's see. Okay, now with these two. Make sure it's just a dribble, no wrist. And really put that really into as if it's here, as if it's, so your fulcrum is this.
Okay.
Like the valley of your hand there. Because I can drum that way. I can drum.
Yeah.
Sounds like shit, as it would, because I'm not playing properly.
Honestly, it sounded pretty good.
It's there. Percussionists should be able to do that, but okay. Let's see. So now with 3, so the fulcrum is now in between these 2 fingers, and now just dribble with those 3. And make sure your pinky is a part of this. So we start with pinkies,
Okay.
stay with pinkies, stay with pinkies as we move along. Like, pinky is the constant. Yeah, good. And your hand position looks good. The top of your hand is that way.
Yeah.
And so you're really now sending these fingers up as they would on that pivot. It turns, turns. It's really this turn that gets it. This turn is now going like that way, but really our fingers are just kind of flat, and so we have a turn and a turn, and this is what's going up. And so this isn't really a, okay, so we have a 1, 2, and we don't really have a 3 here. It's just more of like, yes, we do curve that, but we're holding the stick in that knuckle, in that groove, so it's kind of like both. Keep the fingers with it. Let's do it bigger, so that you can really have the back of the stick come out. Still leaving it.
Yeah.
You feel it leaving?
I feel it.
So now I just come back to this, or this rather, and feel the pressure. Feel the bone in your pinky being pushed against. Feel the bone in your ring finger and your middle finger. Feel that connection, and have it stay connected the whole time. By the way, it doesn't stay there the whole time. I would not be able to do this if I'm doing this. I'm letting go. I mean, I have a little bit of contribution of the middle finger pad there. But if my hands are on this, it needs space to jiggle around. We're not at diddles yet. We're just at a basic stroke, just a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Now drum. Now don't hit it anything, and just have the back of the stick hit your arm. There you go. Because we want our,
That's a good drill.
yes, it's a go-to. So we want our stick to basically be in line with our arm. It'll drift a little bit, but basically we want to start the student by thinking of this as a straight line, and then, you know, wherever it goes from there is wherever it goes naturally. But somewhere between there and there. Do that with both. Pinkies. In fact, just lift with the pinkies. And see how the pinky stays with it the whole time? Connection, 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 connection.
Yeah.
And then just the rings. And make sure you're having a good fulcrum the whole time. Good hand position. You could do this one with quarters. And then you could deliberately fan out and just do the middle fingers. And then you could deliberately fan out all the way. and then just do the index, that curl of the fulcrum finger. So basically your index is having two roles. It's the crusher of the stick, and it's also helping lift the back of the stick.
I feel like I need to develop that dexterity, that finger muscle. Index finger.
And then make sure your hands are, let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that exactly with this. So just do the same thing and make sure you're like, see where your thumb is. Like thumb is right there. So now put your thumb right there along the stick. And then it's right where? Yeah, there. So now turn. And now make sure you're only seeing black as you do that. Yes. See how your hand is like, you're like, Your left hand looks really dumb. As mine does too, relative to my right. And, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
I feel
motion.
it.
Your hand is just opening and closing. And then when you get into bigger motions, then your hand is opening and closing plus wrists. Try this. Do what I do.
Finally feeling it with this technique, this drill. Just the hands.
Or like feeling it, like
Yeah.
you're feeling the burn. You're good.
Just the fingers only on the wrist.
Okay, while we're thinking about that, while I'm remembering. Yeah. So now, here's the trick with stretching in general. There's different methods or methodologies, but the way my chiropractor explained it to me, and what really makes sense, and not just intellectually, but my body can feel it, proof in the pudding, is if I want to stretch these muscles need to be flexed. So I do this as far as I can go, and while keeping that flexed, then I just help it out a little bit, but it's still flexed. I don't let go. So the whole time there is a flex, and it's weird to flex it because it's already up and I'm already doing this for it. Like, hold it up and then don't flex and then flex. Flex, don't flex, flex. You like go back and forth. So you're doing the flex part of it. Because as he explained, the brain is smart, the body is smart, and that if I just did this all of a sudden, like if I'm in a car accident and it goes like this, without any, deliberateness, then what will happen is where the ligaments meet, where the muscles meet, I don't know, there's some little mechanism that doesn't allow it to stretch all the way, to like keep it from stretching, from hyperextending. So it doesn't let go at the ends of the thing. But if the other muscle is flexed, oh no, we got this, oh it's just me moving my own arm, then it lets go. Because there's a control, the reciprocating muscle is active. And if my body knows if I'm going to get the maximum out of this, and if I'm going to go the farthest out of this, it has to let go. Like, no, I got it. And then you stretch even further. So that's a really deep stretch. So throughout any muscle in your whole body. And then we can do this one and flexing this one as we do it. Like flex and then just come a little bit and continue to flex. And just be careful with these. Do everything as slowly and smoothly as possible. The smaller the muscle, the smaller the tendon, the more care it needs.
Yeah.
Okay, so do all of those, you know, and this one's fun, and, you know, this one's always a flashy classic. Oh yeah, I'm warming up. I'm a tough guy, drum guy, leader. So I guess that might do something. It might just like warm up the muscles, not like this is stretch. I guess it might be a dynamic stretch, as the physiologists and the physio people would say.
Yeah, but it's a good stretch.
Are swimmers diligent with stretching, or do they suck at it because they just already feel so limber already, and it's like, oh, it's water, you know? Like, my guess is that swimmers suck the most at being diligent with stretching. That's my guess. Or
Yeah,
you're
you
the
definitely
most,
need to stretch.
or you're the most diligent. Either way, what do you suppose?
You definitely need to stretch before racing.
I'm
That's
thinking like the after stretch, like the after I've worked out stretch. When the body is warm, when the muscles are warm and limber already because they are warm, to stretch them in that state. I'm thinking post stretching. Are swimmers good at post stretch?
To be honest, I didn't stretch
Yeah.
after a post race.
Yep. That supports my theory.
Yeah. Just cooled down.
Sure. Okay. But with something that isn't water, something that isn't like inherently abusive, as drumming is, you know, the more, you know, MMA guys, like, I imagine their bodies demand the most stretching of all the things. Because there's like that, you know, can you take a punch or can you not? Are you loose enough? Are you limber enough to take a blow? Or are you like this super glued together 50 years ago, ready to just crack and shatter thing? Like a popsicle stick made 100 years ago. Like, are you brittle or are you loose? Can you take it? Are you just like this orb? You're just this flubber thing? So, stay flexible, baby.
Yeah, stay flexible.
Especially with this, especially if you expect to do this, you know, the rest of your life, which I do. Okay, so we talked about how to hold a stick. You can go home and practice that.
Yeah.
But I want to send you away with some fun stuff. And we don't even need to think about technique right now. I mean, you should and you can, but all I want to do is show you some cool stuff.
Feeling sore in my legs and my thighs.
Okay.
Stretch break.
Stretch break. You know what? We could, let's just take this to the back of my truck and go sit on the tailgate. Quarters. Okay, grab that table, sir. Ooh, more quarters. Quarters, quarters, quarters. And let's come. Oh. Yeah. I didn't need to be sitting there either. Good call. I should have had the damn table ready to go.
Yeah, next time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, let's see what you can do. You know what? Ooh, we can just stand. Let's just stand. That'll be easier. Okay, and do. Okay, tilt back. Oh, I'm turning. Which way are we turning? Oh, this thing is open. Okay, needs to go.
you gonna edit this movement transitions out?
Oh, probably. Probably. I'm gonna have to do some editing anyway, damn it. I didn't want to have to do that. I hate editing. I'm good at it, but yeah. Can you see the tailgate in that? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
I'll be honest, when you said that I was a good drummer, I felt like the pressure was on.
Well, it definitely is still. Okay, let's actually. Okay, let's do some stuff. And we'll start with this. Okay, so here's what we already talked about, written in post-it form, but now in better form. Take the Bruce Lee sticks. I'll take the other Bruce Lee sticks. Okay, forget about technique for now. Just think about these concepts. Sounds. Introducing sounds first, then dynamics, then sounds. Different sounds. And the pattern we'll do is the same one we did before. Right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 pinkies. Might as well think about the pinkies. Okay, so that's our pattern, even though this one says right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Practice that one later. But our pattern for now will just be those sequences of 4. Now, dynamics. Loud, soft, soft, soft. Loud, soft, soft, soft. Right, 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 right. Left, 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 left. Right, very good. Now, bring your right hand over to here, and your left hand over to here, and now do that same operation. Yes. Very good. Now you're drumming. Now he's drumming. He has put together the 3 ingredients,
Drumming.
patterns. Okay, now just go straight into that pattern. Okay, now slow it down and incorporate the permutation of the accent. Loud, soft, soft, soft. Think about the pattern first.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Nice. Now really differentiate. Really have your small notes down and really make your big notes big.
Okay.
Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Yeah. Every new person doesn't differentiate enough. So think about that element. Really making the big notes big, small notes small. So when I do stuff like this, when even just those flam accents there, it's a combination of louds and softs, or rather louds and not louds, because there's not a marking, there's not a hieroglyph for soft. There's just loud and then not louds.
Okay.
Yes. Now have your left hand hit this. Ooh, I know. Just hit the water. Now really slow down and really differentiate. Loud, soft, soft, soft. Loud, soft. Yes. Cool. And the fruition of that would sound something like this. So, and the faster I go, the less differentiation between louds and softs there is.
Yeah.
So we really have an opportunity, especially in an academic sense, to really focus on the idea of louds and not louds, accents and taps. Accents and taps, that's what we call it. Accent, 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 tap, tap, tap.
Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, in the drumline world, we call them accents and taps. In the regular music world, like, violin player, there's no taps. It's just a note, and then a louder note, right? Louds and not louds.
Yeah.
But for the sake of specific language, for drumline world, especially to drive home points sooner than later, especially in a chaotic environment with a bunch of teenagers going, pow, 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 we need direct language.
Yeah.
We need a damn word for everything. For every little action that's happening, there's a word for it. Okay. Those are called, that pattern, it's called a paradiddle. And there are different kinds of rudiment names. That's a rudiment. A rudiment is just, this is a rudiment. This is a rudiment. So these patterns and sequences that we have involving patterns and dynamics, not sounds. A rudiment is just a rudiment played on one surface. So, and that's what's nice about sticks in a pad. There are no other sounds. It's just one sound. So you get to focus on each hand having the same exact sound to produce. So if you're practicing singles, then you want to be hitting one thing so you can hear ba 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 ba, as opposed to babble 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 babble.
Yeah.
If we heard this one low and this one high, I'm not going to have the opportunity to really hear if that's even or not. If we have a sousaphone player, bop, 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 just this huge bell, and then we had a piccolo player, and we asked them to play together, like just hit quarter notes, bop, bop, or just, bop, 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 short staccato notes.
Couldn't hear it.
We're not going to really know if they're together or not, because the timbres and the attack it's just so different. But if we have two of the same damn stick on the same surface, then we know, and there were good ones in there and there were bad ones in there. I can tell immediately, as opposed to the sousaphone and the flute, piccolo. Yeah. Oh, that last one was really good. Yeah. So, and those are called double stops. When we're hitting together, it's called a double stop, because we take that borrowed term from the violin world, and when we take our bow, we hit one string and two strings, and we hit both together, that's called a double stop. Borrowed terminology. Practicing double stops is the way, because it demands symmetry. If I'm going to practice paradiddles, the way to practice paradiddles is not like this. The way to practice paradiddles is to think about what each hand is doing, and actually each hand is doing the same thing, but just one after the other. So they're both going, or I could just start and have left hand lead. Ba, 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 ba. So the thing to do is to do this. Ba, 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 with the metronome. Ba, 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 ba,
Yeah.
ba, 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 ba. That's close to what it is. Just look at this. Right, 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 right. So 1, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's 1, 3, 4, and then 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll give you the metronome. Ba, 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 ba. Now don't be really ba, 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 You gotta wait for those 2 beats in between. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, you're jumping the gun. Just sing it with me. 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2. Do that. Just faint, just ghost the in-betweens. 1, 3, 4, 2. Yeah, just like whisper those other notes, those in-between notes.
That's advanced, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Ba, 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 ba. Let's do it slower. Ba, 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 ba. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Try that.
Demonstrate it again.
1, 3, 4, 2. Just look at those R's. So you're doing double stops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, not 2, 3. Just
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
1.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Reset the brain. Okay. You see that we have a scaffolding of 8 notes here, a sequence of 8 placements. And we could even just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To be a little bit more straightforward. So 1, 3, 4, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, yes, there we go.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now do that with both hands. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now, but to truly practice paradiddles with the accent, now it's loud, soft, soft, soft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Loud. Da, 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 da. So not all eighth notes together. These are called eighth notes, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to what we were doing before. But now just make the first one of now make one really freaking loud and the rest taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, just the rest?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. loud, soft, 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 loud, soft, soft, soft. Let's do it slow together. Loud, soft, soft. We're here. 1, 2, ready, go. Loud, soft, soft, soft. Loud, soft, soft. Loud, soft, soft, soft. Loud, soft, soft, soft. Good. You see what we're doing and you see why we're doing it, because that's what each hand is doing. And the only way you're gonna get, the only way I can do clean singles like that is because I can do this. I can do those together, and then I'm just letting one fall behind half of the value.
Yeah.
And then it falls into the middle. So if I'm gonna have any chance at doing that cleanly, I have to be able to do this. Whoops. My left hand is lagging a little bit. It is a fundamentally different thing to just do the singles. But I'm really revealing the flaws in my playing through double stops.
Mm-hmm.
So any drummer that has a chance at all of ever being good will be practicing double stops for the full year and never even go right, left, even once. Just to do everything this way. Try that. Pinkies. And you can look at the heights. You can literally just look at this. You also can get in front of a mirror too.
Yeah.
And see that.
What's my homework?
Your homework is, let me get the pad. Let me get the writing pad. Okay. The homework is dribbling, and then each finger. Coins. Fuck around with those. And then
Paradiddles.
you know, turned wrist, a thumb. I'll just put thumb on side. Also, thumb on stick. And also, oh, there we go. Paradiddles. With the application of all three things, and also make up your own patterns. Make up own patterns, and so the two examples that we have is the right, left, 4 and 4, and then we have that example, and really, you know, infinity is the game. But within a scaffolding of 8 notes, then, you know, we have a limited combinations.
Yeah.
So, what else? Make up your own patterns, and then as you're making them up, apply the dynamics. Apply the loud notes and apply the soft notes. And then apply the two different sounds. Because paradiddles It just sounds like this. To someone who's not looking and they just see it, all they hear is loud, soft, 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 loud, soft, 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 loud, which is enough to dance to. So we're approaching music.
Yeah.
And the whole idea here is to get butts to shake.
Yeah.
Via music. And so, but this,
Same.
I'm not inspired to shake my butt at all. It needs context via the permutation of louds and softs. Now you have something to dance to at the very least, but it's still not that musically interesting. There's no melody involved. It's just monotone.
Yeah.
But that's why then we get into a 2-note song. Now I'm starting
shake your ass to that.
Now I'm starting to sing. Now I'm in the accent and then adding those accents. Now there's something really to dance to.
Yeah.
That right there is not the 3 magic tricks of drumming. It's the 3 magic tricks of music.
Music.
Via drumming, and really, I think is completely irresponsible. I mean, you know, I'm not going to condemn anyone for doing this, but I think it's premature to give a student, like brand new to music, doesn't know what a quarter note is. I think it's irresponsible to give that kid an instrument. It's too much. Now, ideally,
Teach them the.
we would teach them the language of music first. It's like giving a kid an instrument right away. It's like, okay, write this book. Oh, what, you're only a 3-year-old? Suck it up. Write a book. I don't even know my alphabet. I don't even know what the alphabet is.
Possible.
The alphabet is that. Patterns, dynamics, louds and softs, and then 2 different pitches. D, you know, dee doo dee dee doo dee doo doo dee doo dee dee doo dee doo doo, like wah 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 wah. It doesn't matter. The xylophone, trombone is a musician is just an actor of the hands upon a beat.
Yeah.
You know, it could be wah 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 wah, wah, you know. Or I could hold a slide in my hand and do this, or I could put a drumstick in my hand and make sound. Musicians just making sounds with their hands.
Yeah.
And, you know, affecting an implement that makes sounds and making that do different, you know, and then actuating it by blowing into it or strumming it or striking it.
Thank you for the lesson.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
You've got an
the
absurd amount of natural talent for this.
Well, thank you.
You've got the smarts and you got, you know, body and mind and the right spirit. You got all 3, baby. I did 4, all 3. You know, if someone really wants to take this to the max, they got to have the right body, the right mind, and the right spirit about it.
Yeah.
Because this is all in the spirit of communion and synchronizing other human beings to you via the beat that you put out.
Yeah.
Via the rhythm you put out. Like if I'm over here doing, I want those people over there to go, I want them to hear the accents. And then the taps underneath that. That's what the audience hears. That's what the people in the dance floor, they hear a boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. They're not dancing to ba 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 ba. They're not moving that fast.
No.
They're moving to a subdivision of that. They're moving to, you know, the math around that.
Yeah.
You know, this, you know, dance. I would need to give you some context. Dude, that's the danceable tempo. Danceable tempos are right around like 70 beats per minute to like 160. And anything beyond that, if we go into like the 250 range, if our tempo is now like 240,
That's not dancing.
no one is going to respond to to that. They're going to respond to the half of that. They're going to respond to instead of ba 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 ba, or divisions of that, subdivisions of that. That's what people are grooving to. So that's why if you're gonna play a bunch of fast stuff, you gotta give the audience context by emphasizing some of those notes.
Yeah.
Preferably the the prominent downbeats and middle beats and the thing that they would need to synchronize to you.
Yeah. This was a good lesson.
All you're doing is getting you're just providing people a medium to synchronize with each other on the dance floor, but what they're doing is synchronizing to you and then via each other.
Yeah.
And then with each other. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. My wallet's in the car.
Take this. All right. Take this and and also your homework is to teach. I'll just write teach. Your job is before sunset tomorrow. If you don't do this, you'll burst into flames. You'll spontaneously combust. It would be a bad day.
Don't want that.
And the person that you would have taught it to, they will also have died. Just somehow string theory, Einstein will just know who you would have taught it to.
Yeah.
So find someone cool, not someone not cool. Find someone cool who's maybe has a little music jitterbug in their brain, and teach that to them. Get them to do that, but stay away from the paradiddle, right, left, right, right. Just give them right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, left, left. That's the easiest pattern for a beginner to glom onto, and it's also musically satisfying. I did this one for a while. I was trying to teach like random people off the street paradiddles, just way unnecessarily complex to drive home the point.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going from paradiddles to, and then I just did this, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, because you can't do that. I can execute all three via just single strokes, but that's not very musical. Doody 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 doody. It's the melody is too frenetic. It's too back and forthy. It's too ping pongy. So ba 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 it's just more musically satisfying. It's the most musically satisfying pattern I can think of that a beginner is like, oh, okay, 4 rights and 4 lefts. So teach that to someone before sunset tomorrow.
Okay.
In like straight up vampire status, like sun comes up, just immediately burning. Sun goes down in this case.
Make it back better.
Yeah.
So, I'll get my wallet.
All right, cool.
Come back.